once you get that foundation and you believe in God, He'll direct your path, and there's nothing that you will never encounter that you can't get through with Him by your side.
Come on.
And so when I decided to run for sheriff, my wife and my son, they convinced me because I was happy doing what I was doing. They said, well, you know, you got a lot of life still left in you. You can do so much for the community.
Right.
And then I look and I see what's going on. We have young people losing their lives for here law enforcement. And there needs to be a stop to it.
Yeah.
And I tell people all the time, I'm running to make a change. How do you make a change? And like I said, been in law enforcement over 30 years. I remember I was a kid once. I remember I did foolish things. And one thing I try to teach the officers and tell them, hey, you got to keep in mind that you were young once. So I run on 8 points, and the first one is to bridge the gap between youth and law enforcement. Because there's a big divide. Now, one of the divides is no one trusts law enforcement, but sometimes when a kid is being bad, and instead of the child being disciplined, you'll say, there's a policeman right there, he's going to get you. And so what happens, that baby is small, he gets in his mind that police is not his friend. He gets in his mind that officer's going to do something to him. And the thing of it is, if your child is lost somewhere, you would want him to go somewhere to take care of him. But at the same time, I tell these officers, you go back and you think that you were young once. So before you put the handcuffs on somebody, sometimes it's nothing like having a good man-to-man conversation with them. Because you can deter a person by talking to them. Because for every action, there are consequences. Now you explain to them what some of the consequences are, they will change their mind. And so that's what it's all about. And then my second point is to build partnerships with other communities. Okay, when I say that is when something going on in Truth, even though you have the city Truth Police Department, it's nothing on the sheriff's office coming down here to be a part of the festivities, to bridge that gap between youth and law enforcement, to build partnerships with the community. One of my goals is winning this election is deputies, if they see you in the front yard, there's nothing wrong with putting that patrol car over, giving you a business card, and saying, my name is Deputy so-and-so, this is the area I patrol, here's my card, if I can help you, please call me. We have to go back to the basics. Everybody wants to send a text. I'm not a big texter. I'm a talker. I'm a handshaker. So we got to go back to the basics with some things. And then my next point is build partnerships with other law enforcement agencies. If there's a problem the Truth Police Department is having, well, the sheriff's office need to know about it to be able to help out. That's what we have to do. We have one goal, and that's to protect the citizens of Smith County. And if you live in Truth, you are a citizen of Smith County. So we have to work together. And more than anything else, my next point is to treat all persons with respect and dignity. Because I'm going to tell you something. If a man lawnmower gets stolen, that may be his only means of work. So it's very important to him. If a person's car gets stolen, that's their mode to get to work. That person, it may be a hoopty, but that's his hoopty. And you got to treat that man's case with compassion. And so that's not happening right now. We got to get back to being God's people. Because being God's people, you don't want anybody to suffer. You want to be able to help out. So that's what we have to do. My next point is to file cases with the district attorney's office in a timely manner. Since 2013, there have been over 20 people released from custody because the cases have not been to the DA's office in a timely manner. That's a problem. That's a problem. When you go out and commit aggravated robbery, and then the officers do not do their due diligence to get the paperwork in, and the judge has to give you a PR bond for you to get out of jail, that's a problem. Because if my wife was robbed, I want the person to be in jail. Until they have a date in court. And so the thing of it is, we have to work together. Then we need to train and retain employees. When you take an invested officer going to the academy for 4 months, you need to try to give him the backing he needs give him the training and education he needs.
Yeah.
So we got to have a well-trained officer. Here's a good officer. A good officer. And then, in part of that training, we need to train that all people. All people. We may be white, black, Hispanic. We have one God. We have one blood. We all be the same. We're all children of God. And so we be treated as children of God. And then we need to make sure we're proactive in law enforcement. What I mean by proactive is when you see a lady out in the yard, stop and tell her about ways to safeguard her home, how to trim the hedge bushes back to a certain length.
Yeah.
Or I told her the other day, you got to tell these folks about trimming the bushes. Look at your bushes. I said, well, this house is protected from Smith and Wesson, so we're okay. But you have to do those things. Point things out to people that people really don't think about. A lot of times people don't think about ways to safeguard their home. It's just like when you go out of town, be gone for a week. Well, have that neighbor pick up your newspaper. Have that person get your mail. Because just because a mailman put the mail in your mailbox don't mean he don't have a cousin. Then he might say, you don't be out of town this week. Because guess what? The same thing the police do, ride through the neighborhood patrolling. Don't think the criminal ain't riding through the neighborhood patrolling. How they do. And where they see it, they gonna get it. You mow your yard, you say, I'm gonna go in here and take my 5-minute break in the air conditioner, drink my cold Coca-Cola, some water, leave the lawnmower till you want to. You come back out there, it's long gone. Long gone. If it's not nailed down, it can be taken. It can be taken. But back in 2012, before I retired, we started building a new jail downtown. And I was there when the first jail was built. In 1985, I watched it and had everything to do with it. But it was built on the old style. But one of the things I did do when I worked for J.B. Smith, he sent me all over Texas, different states, to look at jails and all this kind of stuff. And this jail we built today is one of the new state-of-the-art jails. And it's designed to where you can take services to the inmates. And see, one of my goals is to be able to provide a service to an inmate. Because see, when a man goes to jail and you lock him up, you just locked him up. There's nothing to be learned that your freedom has been taken. That's all. That's all. But we have to go beyond that. Okay? If a man goes to jail for assaulting his wife, there's some anger management issues there. Because you took that oath that you love your wife, you can protect your wife. You can't protect your wife, you're slapping your wife. Okay? So what we need to do is go in and find out why is this man doing this. There's some anger management issues. So why not have it counseling that come into the facility so when a man gets back out, his mind has been reprogrammed to understand that I'm supposed to love my wife and care for my wife. That's what we have to do. And then for that guy that has the alcoholism, he's drinking too much, let's get back and have this 12-step program to where if you're in jail, you're not drinking and you survive it. But guess what? You can get back out there and still survive if the mindset is changed. We're not working hard enough to have a person come out of jail better than when he
Come on.
No one talks about that. So my form of law enforcement is a little bit different. My approach is going to be different. It's not about locking everybody up. It's about when they are locked up, what can you do for them to help them come out better? That's what we have to do. You have to be willing to come out better.
Amen.
So I'm not going to stand before you long. I'm just saying that I've seen a lot of good things. I've seen some bad things. But it's time for us to come together as a country, as a state, and as a city. Because so much we hear today's politicians, they're talking about building walls. When we should be talking about love. We're talking about hate. We're talking about wars. We should be talking about love. Because that's what we're supposed to do. God is love. He loved us enough to hang on that cross. But we don't have enough time for him. And so the thing of it is, I'm not a politician. I'm just a policeman. I'm a policeman that believes in God and knows that God will work it all out. Somebody told me, they said, Brother Pinkerton, it's going to be hard to beat Sheriff Smith. I said, let me tell you something. I said, when David had to fight Goliath, his own brother said he couldn't do it. Did he not? And they said, well, yeah, it is. I said, well, it's going to be this David and Goliath battle. Because when you got God on your side, how can you lose? How can you lose? So I'm telling you, down here in Texas, if you want a man that's going to care about you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, you mean? If you want a man that's going to care about the community, no matter what color you are, no matter what you believe in, I'm your man. If you want a man that's going to try to talk to these kids and tell them the things you should and should not do, I'm your man. But if you want a man that's going to turn his back on his family, that's not me. Because, see, my thing is this. I have one child. And I've tried to raise my son the right way. And one thing is this one. I heard the preacher said earlier about calling the police. I've always said this. When you get them whips from here to there, on that backside, that ain't nothing but a good old country butt whoop.